India is not against talks with Pakistan, but terror from Pakistan needs to stop first. External Affairs Minister S.Jaishankar spoke exclusively to India today on the first anniversary of the Balakot airstrikes. He also spoke about U.S. President Donald Trump's India visit. This is an India Today exclusive.
What is the big difference, paradigm shift been there in the way we have dealt with Pakistan, this regime, the Modi regime?
Well, look, I think the agenda, there's been a difference in the agenda, there's been a difference in the approach, and there's been much greater clarity in that regard. At the end of the day, what does it come down to? It comes down to, look, a neighbor is a neighbor, we all know that, why it's important. I mean, these are the obvious things in the relationship. But finally, what it comes down to is the issue of terrorism, cross-border terrorism, and whether in some way our approach ends up normalizing it or contributes to normalizing it or prevents or doesn't, sharpen global awareness about it. What we have to do is to make sure that the world must not accept the use of cross-border terrorism as a diplomatic tool under any circumstances, which means I must keep the spotlight on that. I must make it very clear, look, this is simply not on. And even the issue is not do you talk to them, do you not talk to them. The issue is what do you talk to them about and what should be the behavioral pattern as you talk. So if you overlook, if we the victims go soft on somebody perpetrating terrorism against us, how do you expect the rest of the world to, will they stand up for you more than you are standing up for yourself? So it's not that complicated.
What did the strikes in Balakot and Uri change in some senses? What was the paradigm? Was there a paradigm shift in the way we dealt? What did it give us?
No, look, I think you know the answer. I think the answer is that, people should realize that this is a government with a very strong determination to protect national interest, and that it would not be willing to be, it will be tested at the cost of the people who will test it.
And the description of, people now call it cold peace with Pakistan. Is there any, what can we do to sort of, or they do to bring it back on the table in terms of a dialogue?
No, see, I don't think any sensible person would say we should not have a dialogue. Not India, Pakistan, any two neighbors should have dialogue. But I ask you the reverse question. Which other two neighbors practice, where does a neighbor practice cross-border terrorism against another neighbor? Because the moment you get away from that question and you pose all these other questions, you are now ducking that debate. So keep the focus on that.
Yesterday at the press conference, President Trump talked about the fact that if India wanted and Pakistan wanted, he was willing to mediate. Is there a role for the US in this?
I think we made our position very clear that this is a bilateral matter and we are completely confident of dealing with it bilaterally.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.